Well, my tomatoes are coming along. I can't complain. We got a little sun out today. It's been cloudy first half of the day, and we might get a little bit more rain next couple of days, but then it looks like sunshine for about 10 days. That's what we need to dry things out. Marigolds are doing fine. Pepper plants are doing fine. And that's some of my extras. Here's my grape vine cuttings trying to root. Those leaves are obviously growing, so it's got roots. That one's at least holding their own. I think they've grown a little bit. That's got roots. And this one here has one nice leaf and another leaf that's sort of dying, so I don't know how that one's going to turn out. And that one there and that one there I'm writing off as goners. I will be surprised if one of these makes it. Tale of two impatiens. I need to cut off the older stuff from last year, and you look down inside and you see all that new growth coming out. Well, it needs somewhere to go. Even though it's a fairly attractive plant, probably going to have to open it up a little bit. This one over here shows you what happens when all this old foliage. Now all you gotta do is take your little snippers or a pair of scissors and go in there right there and just clip all these off, get them down low, and all this new foliage will come out and replace it. And as you come out to water it, now these plants have been in there for about I don't know, 3 weeks more, and I went from water to get them hydrated. After a few days I gave them half strength fertilizer, and now they're up to full strength fertilizer. You need to rotate these things around. Now this doesn't like bright sunlight, it likes more incidental light, but you need to rotate them around or they'll get real green and pretty on one side and poor on the other side. And this one sits right there, and see that side, this side is growing up a lot more than that side has. But I'll cut them off and show you what it looks like. Well, that one had a haircut. It's a little fuller than the other one. This is the prettier one of the two. And that's what I took off of it. It's going straight in the compost pile. We've had these two plants a long time, and to be honest with you, I forgot what they are. And to save me time looking them up, maybe somebody out there knows what they are because they grow them. I don't think you can kill these with dynamite. It does have a berry on it from time to time, and Montevilia thought was dead, and it's coming out from the base of this this trunk. But if anybody knows what that is, just tell me the name. It'll save me a lot of time trying to figure out what it is. It just radiates out from a central stalk, and it's that type thickness coming out the soil. It's sort of pretty and all, but it's probably a weed of some kind. Still got a little sawdust on the ground from when they took my trees down. And my neighbor here is a nice guy and all that. He just cuts grass. He doesn't care about anything else. We've been here since '78. And these Forsythia bushes have been here that long, and it took me a couple days in and out of the rain showers to cut it back off my fence. I used to haul it to the dump, but it'll compost down right there, I would imagine. It was blocking my azaleas, leaning, pushing them over. I got to pull those back up. You can just take like a waistband on nylon hose is great, but you can take and go around one whole bush and pull it back up to the fence and make it be a little more upright. I did lose 6 of my Calla Lilies. They just laid over and died, and it might, I thought they were too dry, but they were probably too wet. You can see the secondary leaves coming out on some of them, and they do not like wet feet. They like good drainable soil. They need moisture like every plant, but they do not like wet feet. They will die. And so I did have a couple of them looked like they were shriveling up because they were drying out, but I could feel the soil and it's moist. So anyway, that's what's going on with my callas. To give you an update on how fast these grapevines are growing. Every 3 or 4 days I've been coming out here trying to stand in the same spot. I was standing over there before I put up my tomato table, so now I have to do this one from the side. But look how much they have grown. And you can check back when I pruned them. I don't know, maybe it's been 3 or 4 weeks. I lose track of time when it's rainy every day. But that's how much they've grown. My tomato plants are hanging in there. They're starting to perk up and get a little height to them. The Rutgers are down here on the end. They're short and they were behind the others. And in another 3 weeks they'll be ready to go in the ground, and hopefully will be at least 3 feet tall. My red climbing roses are starting to open up. All the dampness, they don't hold the petals as long, and they're shorter stem for some reason. That's one up there that has a little longer stem on it. But these are really fairly short stemmed, and you stick them in a bud base and they drop their petals in a couple days. They're the greatest smelling red rose you'll ever put to your nose. Horizontal branches on climbers. Too much rain. I dumped this yesterday. Another inch in this tray. Oh well, now I'll pick this up and dump it again. Wonder why my back hurts.